Right, we're off to photograph what I call the lone tree on Walla Crag. Why not come with me and see the images I can get? Well, good afternoon, and this is the first time I've been out proper for quite some time. As those who follow my channel may know, that I haven't been too well. I tested positive for COVID over a week ago now, and although I've been out into town etc, I haven't been out at all into the fells or the countryside. So I thought today we'd see how the recuperation is going. And yeah, I have mentioned I wanted to do some videos where we focused in more on a particular image, composition, scene, whatever you want to call it, rather than, as it were, sort of running around capturing different images but not really going in to any details about those images. So today the idea is to go up to Walla Crag, and as you leave Walla Crag to head off to Ashness Bridge, there is a little stream, a little waterfall and a tree which I call the lone tree of Walla Crag. I must admit I did a Google search the other day, lone tree Walla Crag, and the only thing that came up on Walla Crag was my images that are on the internet. So yeah, it's something I spotted. It's obviously not one that many, if any, other people have spotted. So that's the idea, to go up there and show you the scene, show you maybe a couple of slightly different perspectives on it and that. So that's the whole idea of today. So we're just about going into Springswood. So I'll stop rabbiting there and we'll see you a little bit later. Right, as you'll see from the B-roll and the actual video I'm taking at the moment, I've actually got to this lone tree. And I don't know why really I say it's on the path to Ashness Bridge, which is, if we just turn around slightly, the path is back there a bit. So we've come along the path and then we've come up here, but if we were to go up to the tree there, just the other side of the tree is the path that then goes up to Bleaberry Fell. Bleaberry Fell being the high fell behind the tree there. So yeah, I mean, if we wander up this way, should be able to see that. So right, oh, so I don't know why really I normally come on the bottom path rather than this top path, and this is the path, as I say, that goes, see there's the tree there and goes along. Now it's not, I have captured images or taken photographs here at least 2 or 3 times, but I'm not over familiar and I'm not quite sure what sort of tree it actually is. So come up here behind the tree and you'll see the tree I was expecting it to be in leaf. There's a bit of greenery on it, but it's, and considering we're only just getting into autumn, there's no leaves or whatever on it at all. So yeah, and obviously we've got, I don't know what the name of this beck is that runs down here. So I mean, you can see there, just looking, the reflections of the sky in the water. So yeah, what we're going to do, we'll stop this in a moment, and then we're going to just work our way around just with the video camera, looking at possible options, because as I say, although I have got some quite good images, I believe, of this tree, it's a while since I've actually done this, so I can't remember where I actually set up the camera. Obviously somewhere down there. You can see that I purposely came for late afternoon. It's probably about 4:30 or so at the moment, and the sun, if we look up, the sun's in that way, so it should be casting softer light on the tree. I'm just a little disappointed that there isn't more leaves on the tree. Maybe it is not really alive anymore, but anyway, we'll catch up with you shortly. Right, so I don't know whether you can see it. That's where I've put the bag. That's in the middle of the screen at the moment, but just coming along here, we've got the actual beck. Now the thing about a lone tree that I'm particular about is wanting, let's come here, wanting to get the tree so it doesn't intersect with the all the branches etc. are in the sky, shall we say. So just come in here, we've got a little cascade there, and then obviously we've got the main falls cascade by the tree, but standing up here, the tree is quite a bit down. So if I bend down, see there, we then get the tree above, and I'm just wondering if I come, let's just stand up and come back a bit. I'm just wondering if we get the camera out here, and we've got the little cascade at the bottom here, the main one by that, and then the tree in the sky, etc. So yeah, we'll just what we'll do is we'll put the video camera down here, we'll just stop, and we'll go and get the camera and tripods, etc., and then we'll talk about the composition a bit more. So we'll see you very, very shortly. Right, hopefully you can see me all right. I've now got the camera out, and I've actually had a quick look through and decided I was going to put the 16 by, no, not 16 by, the 16 to 35 lens on. I felt that the 24 to 70 might not quite be wide enough. But if we, what we're going to do is we're just going to start recording through the stills camera. So that's at 16 mil. If we zoom in a bit, we come up. We can come quite high. We've still got the tree in the sky, and hopefully we can see the two cascades. Obviously it's a bit difficult when I'm hand holding it at the moment. So yeah, I think that makes quite an interesting image there. So right, we'll just turn that camera off, and we'll just put it on the floor, and we're just going to stop there while we get the tripod set up, and then we'll talk about it again. Right, as you can see, we've now got it on the tripod, so again I'm going to record through the stills camera. Hopefully you can hear me. There's a couple of aircraft just flown across there. So I think I've more or less got the composition as I'd like it. Just to remind people, when I'm videoing, the format is 16 by 9 rather than the standard image, which is 6 by 4, so it does cut off a bit at the top and at the bottom. So on the actual image you can still see the tree, and obviously there's this little cascade here that you can see. And I think what I'm going to do, we'll take the image, we'll take the photograph, and then we're possibly just going to crop it in post to make it, rather than a 6 by 4, make it a 5 by 4, because there is a little bit of nothingness down both the sides. I don't think I would want to, or maybe afterwards I could look at doing a portrait image and then make that, instead of a 4x6, make it a 4x5. So we'll have a look at that, but I think I'm happy with the image there, with the tree. As you can see, virtually all the branches are above in the sky, and we've got this little cascade here. So yeah, I think that's quite a pleasant image. So what we'll do is we'll turn the stills camera off there, we'll turn off the video camera, and we'll catch up with you a little bit later, which may well be when I put the images up. So yeah, whatever happens, we will see you later. Right, we're on our way back now, and you'll have hopefully seen from the images that I put up, as well as the image that I talked through, I also did a portrait image, and there was certainly space at the top and bottom possible to crop it to a 4x5, possibly even to a square crop, I don't know. And then I changed lenses, went back to the landscape mode and zoomed in a bit more and just got the tree and the top waterfall. And yeah, hopefully that'll have come out. I mean, all the images I took, all the compositions I came up with, I took at around about a 20th of a second, whatever was the sort of standard aperture for f11, not standard shutter speed when f11 with no filters, although there was a polarizing filter on. and then using various ND filters, etc., I did a quarter, a half and a full second just to see the effect on the waterfalls. So I don't know which ones will be best. Hopefully we'll get those processed tonight. Tonight being Tuesday, I was going to spend the day partly recovering from this walk. I mean, I don't feel too bad actually, but obviously it'll have probably taken a bit out of me. So, and tomorrow tomorrow Wednesday, hopefully we can get the video all done and dusted and up live on the stream on the channel for tomorrow night. So that's the plan. And yeah, so what's the future? I think I'm fairly well recovered, and what I thought was, I'm just looking here as we go past the bracken, a lot of the bracken here, now whether it's not been helped by all the rain we've had, but most of the bracken here is going very brown. So what I thought was I'd head up again, an area I'm not over familiar with, but a lot of people go quite wild, well not wild about it, but a lot of people mention it as the place to go, and that's to go to King's House stroke Grange Fell, just to see what the colours are like there, to try and capture the autumn colours. So yeah, I don't know what the light will be like. I mean, obviously you can see here while I'm walking in this direction, the sun is behind me, so it's not the best of videos that you're going to get of me here, but the light was a little bit of a problem at the Lone Tree. Unfortunately, the waterfalls and the cascades tended to be to the right, or were to the right of the composition, where they were shaded by the bank there of where the sun was. I don't know whether there would be a time of day when there would be better. Maybe, I don't know, we're into autumn now. Maybe if you were to come, maybe I have to make a note, maybe if you were to come in the summer, later on when the sun's setting in the summer, maybe it would be further round, so it would give better light. Obviously as we move to winter, it's going to be even worse because it's going to move round in the wrong direction. But yeah, no, I think it's been a good afternoon. I wanted to do some videos like this where we've got a definite image in mind, whether it's one that I've heard about or one that I've taken before. And this one is one that I've taken before, although it's fairly obvious where to put the camera, but when I first got there I couldn't really remember where I'd taken the images before. But yeah, and so we've talked about later on in the week, hopefully, as I say, get this video done tomorrow. Thursday I'm going to be working, and hopefully Friday I can get out and we can get some images and some video clips, and then we can spend Saturday stroke Sunday putting a video together, and then hopefully maybe at the beginning of next week can get out to get a couple of videos done to go out, because at the end of next week, next Thursday, Friday, I haven't quite decided when, heading up to Scotland for a week. So yeah, that should be quite good, and hopefully we can get some quite good images and some videos from there. I have maybe mentioned it before, but possibly going up to Glencoe, onto Skye, and probably I need to book it, but getting the ferry across to Harris, somewhere I've never been, although I've seen some wonderful photographs from there. So yeah, just to say, if you have enjoyed the video, please click the thumbs up. That is much appreciated if you haven't already done so. If you like what I'm doing, please subscribe, as that is greatly appreciated. And what is really appreciated is anybody who comments. I'm getting some very positive comments at the moment, which it just boosts I suppose it boosts the ego, but makes it, you think, it's worth doing. Sometimes if things aren't going well, you worry about just going out and struggling to do this, but when you get these positive comments, it is really, really appreciated. So the other thing I did mention in previous videos, on Thursday I'm doing a presentation about photo locations in the domed water area to the 617 Club, and then at some point I will then record that, record the presentation. You can in PowerPoint, which is a PowerPoint presentation, just in a sense do it on the computer, talking through it, and it does record it with the slides, etc. And you'll have seen that I did one about Buttermere that went up on Sunday, which is doing reasonably well. The Don't Water one is probably about an hour long, so I was thinking of breaking it into 2 YouTube videos. There is a natural point, a good point where we could break the video into 2. So yeah, I'm not quite sure when we'll put that up, but that'll then, if I've got that recorded, that gives me a couple of videos. So yeah, it'd be useful to have some in the bag, etc. So I think I've rambled on quite a bit this afternoon or this evening. So all we can say is we'll see you on the next video.